So I hope over these days, when we have been talking about forgiveness these mornings, it has brought in this perspective, and this is such an important point. In Luke 12:14, there is this guy who asks Jesus, saying, Lord, make a judgment between me and my brother and tell him to divide the inheritance with me. And Jesus' answer is kind of strange. Who made me a judge or divider over you? And of course, we're talking about the judge of all humanity and all the world one day. So, he is in fact that person, but he's making a very important point. He's saying, I am not called to make your brother's decision. I am not called to make your decision either. And this is important for us. Deciding to forgive, that's my decision, okay? And that's where we kind of slip up, I think, because deciding to forgive is not someone else's decision. I used to think that way, but then I realized as a Christian that is not the case. So it is my decision. No one can help me except I take it on my heart to deal with this other person's sins effect in my life. But then also it's true that, as we spoke about it here, that forgiveness is like a divine blessing. It is a supernatural thing, something coming from God. So in Mark 2:7, they say about Jesus, this man speaks blasphemies. Actually, they were speaking blasphemies about Jesus, but they said a very good point. Who can forgive sins but God alone? Okay, so that's a great point. Who can forgive sins but God alone? Okay, so I make a decision, but God alone can do the forgiving, and this is important. We need to act on that truth. With God, I can forgive. If we're walking hand in hand in this, if I am walking with Him, if He is walking with me, then I can make the decision, and then He can make it real for me. And we act on it, and thus it becomes real for us. So that prayer, Matthew 6:12, forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. This is if I don't do it, then forgiveness is so unreal for me. I enter into that different system. I enter into the world of forgiveness. So God is saying, replicate my forgiveness, multiply, become a multiplier for my forgiveness, live with it. God means for us to learn this and to live with it. So Ephesians 4:13, when it said 32, when it says, be kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake has forgiven you. He's talking about this. Take my forgiveness and make your own decision. Become a force multiplier for my forgiveness, because when that happens, when we become those people, it's the world changes, especially at least around us. God bless your day.